All right, good morning. We are very first Saturday training of 2019. What a year this is going to be. And I can't think of a better way to start it than seeing a gorgeous, epic Mama Rhino leader sitting on a beach in Mexico, has had 2 weeks of rest, recuperation, reflection, and ready to get into the new year. And she has been doing some excellent MSUing. For those of you that don't know, she's been making shit up to MSH, to make shit happen this year. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about on this call. So, TL, good morning.
Good morning, sexy chica. I am so happy to be here and to share the beach with everyone. Put this in your vortex that we work hard all year, but we need to start to play hard and we need to have more fun. I've decided that it needs to be more fun. And nothing says fun than ending the year with a strong, I'm going to say, champion. It's a strong champion package that you gift yourself and allow yourself the time and space and beautiful scenery in order to regenerate and revitalize yourself. There is a lot of people, I think, that really just don't take the space within the year, and so it's important that you plan something. And I understand that we're all really busy, we all get involved in traveling, and nothing short of last year being just like an overwhelming change. But I want you to start managing 10-15 minutes and then planning something for yourself at the end of the year or at the end of a month or something where you literally take time for you and reevaluate. And that's been really important for me, and I'm so happy to share it with you today. I've had some really great reflection, and we wanted to really set everybody up with the intention that Jelly Belly January is really paramount for our business and our drops. And we have the special super hot Shannon Reevely, who's like not just been sharing it, but has been doing it and teaching and allowing everybody inside her home, her kitchen cupboards and on her counters, and to see her melt, literally melt right before your eyes. And so there's a couple of things that happen when people allow themselves to be so open and vulnerable with that kind of situation, is that it becomes a bandwagon. More and more people want to get on, and Shannon's created this incredible bandwagon, and she's allowed us to like start to jump on her bandwagon. And that's how the Jelly Belly January started, with the Facebook group. So if you have not joined that group, you need to. You need to do it, not just for yourself, but also to learn all the strategies that Shannon's sharing, all of the great motivation and honesty and things that happen that Tish, when she talks into the camera, I mean, it's like she's talking right to you, all right? You just feel Tish come in, give you a hug, pat you on the back, and help you move forward in your life and all the decisions that we know we need to take to get to the next level. And I am super jacked to reach into my personal training bag of tricks for ladies and help everyone feel more confident, more stronger, more sexy, and just the whole self-esteem is so paramount. Because really, you should be able to put on a paper bag or a sack and feel like $1,000,000. And that comes with confidence and self-esteem. It's not really what we're doing, but it's how we show up and how our posture is and where we're feeling inside of the strength of who we really are. And what I've learned over the years of helping ladies melt down is that as they get closer and closer to where they think they need to feel in the scale or in their pant size, their confidence soars. You become a totally different person. And so it's paramount that we jump on the bandwagon and we get involved in the Jelly Belly January. Get on that Facebook group. I cannot tell you how important this is going to be to get your year kicked off. Right, Tish?
Amen. And it has been an overwhelming response in that group. I've had so many people private message me or text me and say, I can't believe already the content and the value that's in that group and how safe it is. Now, some people had shared videos outside of that. We want to keep those videos inside of that group because people are going to be putting some personal comments on there. So we wanted a safe area for people to go in and share, especially when they're, you know, people who are just trying to drop some stuff. And so let's keep that a safe area. So I want to, Tia, what do you have planned for this, you know, upcoming group? I want to bring Shannon on here and give some input too, but you've been talking about some things.
Well, and I was going through some notes, and there's a couple of really interesting little comments and then one is the bandwagon. And I know that we generally have lots of parades and a good experience to jump on the bandwagon, but I really want you to think about the bandwagon as a fun place, because I think we've gotten a little bogged down from the big change and then just the overwhelming amount of knowledge that we felt we need to have. And here's the deal. For any shake or for any shake company or for whatever supplement it is, it's add water and put it in your mouth and then swallow. That's how easy it is. I mean, the rest of all the ingredients is, a simple explanation is, it works and I feel better. It works and I feel better. So that's really how you can just navigate that whole immense amount of information about, you know, all the stuff that happens inside of it. Just tell people you feel better. Just tell people you feel better. So the bandwagon is what I really wanted to talk about today, that because we've got so much going on that just feels so much more fun. So I want you to write down a few bandwagons that you want to do this January and in the next week. Like, what is the bandwagon that you want to get on? I would like you to get on the bandwagon of the Jelly Belly January Facebook group. Would also like you to get on the bandwagon of writing a list of 100 things that you would love to do. On Friday morning's call, I did talk a little bit about how to make a decision stick with Mary Morrissey, and she had 5 steps. And the first step was to create a vision of what you love. And your homework for that, I would love for you to write a list of 100 things. So I started my list. I only got about 38 things. But inside of my list, I started off with, I would love to have this paid in full. I would love to have paid in full. I started with all the things that are like consuming my headspace and taking me to the worry or anxiety point. It's just, I just want to eliminate that and start saying I'm paid in full. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm now paid in full. And write out a few things. Then it got into some fun bandwagon stuff, like who do I want to hang out with? Well, I want to, build an event with Tish, and I want to travel and do another tour, and it just sort of expanded out that way. And then some more fun, like, oh my God, I had so much fun with some country music stuff. I mean, we had an incredible time in Paradise Hills. If you don't know where Paradise Hills, maybe you need to come, because Alfreda throws an awesome party. And we want to put a bandwagon of people that can play baseball or can't play baseball. It doesn't really matter. But if you want to get on that bandwagon, we are going to have a ton of fun in Paradise Hill this year. So there's some things that we just want to tweak the language and set ourselves up to set the intention that if we are having more fun and it's lighter and it feels better, it's going to attract the right kind of person inside to be a customer, to be a friend, and then potentially to be a business partner. But if we are not having any fun, and a lot of people, last year was a tough year, and it's time to start thinking, I want to have way more fun this year, and I invite you to hang out with me. And if you don't know how to have fun, then you're with the right group, because I know Shannon and Tishalicious and I, when we get together, and Alfreda, man, it is one heck of a party.
Oh my God, so true, so true. And we need to think back. When we joined, the number one rule was to have fun. And it was so fun. And I think we kind of lost a lot of that along the way because we did get tied up in the details. And we got tied up in, I don't understand the comp plan, and I don't know where to send my customers, and I don't know what the products all do, and I don't know if this is for me, and I didn't make this choice, and so it's time to turn that back. Turn back the hands of time and let's have some fun. And I do believe, this group that Shannon, and I say Shannon is running, and TL really, I'm just kind of like the little post here, post there, mastermind, add people. And I say that because TL brings so much value to people to teach them little tricks, little simple things that we can do at home so there's no excuses, right? Take down the excuse. Shannon is bringing us so much value. She has dug in and really found her passion within not only helping herself, which she did, and she's a success story, but now to be able to do that for so many other people on a grander scale. Like, this group is like, everyone wants in because of, she's opened up her kitchen. I mean, she's making friggin' coffee, power coffee. Help me out, Shannon. What's it called, your morning coffee? Help me.
Fat burning.
I call it my chocolate latte.
Yes.
Give chocolate, give latte, give words out there that are going to make people want it. Because when you go into a coffee shop, what do you want? You want a latte. So make them at home, then you're not missing out.
I want a latte flavor in my cafe. So, and that's the thing. You're adding so much value to people. They can see how it's made. They can see the ingredients you're putting in it. Not only that, you're explaining how to reset their body, why they need to reset their body, why other starvation plans or diet plans haven't worked, because you're not getting the nutrients to reset the body and the different ways it works. So, Shannon, the value you've added to people, even in the first 4 days this group's been going, is astronomical. We don't get taught that in other places. So tell me kind of your vision going forward in this group of what you plan to do.
Okay. So this year, a lot of people set New Year's resolutions, right, on the 1st. Well, this year, instead of setting a New Year's resolution, I decided that 2019 was going to be Thinking Big 2019. So I'm not going to set New Year's resolutions. I'm going to set an intention every day about what I want. And that's first thing in the morning. I'm going to set my intention for the day, and I'm going to tell the universe exactly what I want. I'm going to set that intention. So I'm going to set the intention every day. And if people set their intention every day for, I'm going to have a great day at work. I'm going to not eat processed food. I am going to go to work and I'm going to enjoy my time there. That's the intention I got to set some days, because some days I don't want to go to work, but I set my intention. And when you set your intention and you set up your day, it's going to be exactly what you want, because you set that intention to have a great day. I set an intention that I'm going to be on time for events, and I was on time today, Tish. It was 10 o'clock when I got on, not late. So I do set my intention. So that's what I decided for 2019 is every day I'm going to set an intention. And some days I'm setting more than one. I'm setting intentions before I go to a meeting. I've decided that I'm going to be nicer at work, and I'm not going to be so mean to people at work. And it's not that I'm mean to people, but I'm one of those people, and when you come to my desk, tell me what you want and get out. I'm not the bubbly Shannon at work that you guys get. I'm a different person, so I've set my intention differently there too. So every day, set an intention. Set your intention of what you want. What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to do in this group? What is it that you want? So set your intention, right? So that's what I started doing this year. And I have been doing research. In fact, this morning I got up at 7:30 this morning. Well, I was up a little earlier, but at 7:30 I put on a thing, and I've got a good one coming. You guys are going to sell so much of the Pure Nourish and the Cocoa Boost this week. It's going to be unbelievable. This is going to be out of this world, and I'm going to tell all of your customers that you have on that Jelly Belly page why they need your Pure Nourish, why it's going to help them burn fat quicker, and how it's going to get their stomach and their gut health. And I'm going to combine it all in there. And then I'm going to suggest to them, throughout selling, I'm going to suggest to them that they get in touch with you, because you may have something for them, and it's going to be the Pure Nourish. So get ready for that, because I'm going to have that come out. This is what I did in one of my other groups. And after I did this on there, I sold so much Pure Nourish to my customers and the Cocoa Boost. I sell that stuff like crazy. That is one of my favorite customers' products is the Cocoa Boost and the Pure Nourish. I have people reordering and reordering and reordering and reordering because they love it. We will get them addicted. We will make them understand why they need this in their life every day. And it's how they're going to stay healthy, because we're not on a diet. We are on a health transformation with eating well, getting the right exercise, and making sure that we give them the right information. And that's how we're going to keep them in this group. And this is how we're going to keep them as your customers. So I've got a really good one coming up. Now, like Tish said about sharing outside of this group, I agree with her 100%. We have customers posting on there, and some of our customers don't want to see their stuff outside. So here's what I'm going to suggest that you guys do. If you want people to get this information, get on your Facebook, do a Facebook Live and go, oh my God, I just learned something so incredible, and it's going to help me lose, it's going to help me get all my guts healthy, or it's going to do something, or get on there for 30 seconds and do a Facebook Live. You're going to get more people wanting to know what the hell you found than you are from that post of 10 minutes that they're not going to watch. So posting that, I'm sorry, they're not going to watch it. Give them a 30-second commercial and why you're so excited and why you want them to watch it, and you will get more value out of that than you will from posting my video on there that they're not going to watch. I guarantee it. So anyway, that's what I've got coming up. I am in my school now. I started my education. And what was really funny, I actually did one of my seminars this week, and his name is Mark Hyman. And he did a video on, food and how to lose weight and healthy and everything. And guess what? It's the same food list that we are doing, and how you got to get your gut healthy and reduce inflammation. So what I'm learning in my classes and what I'm learning in my seminars through my school is pretty much what we're teaching everybody here. So that was really exciting to me. So that's what I got coming up, Tish. So I'm going to hand it back to you. And by the way, Tish adds more value to these groups than she thinks she does. Honest to God, Tish, you are a rock star. I come on here, like TL says, you are reaching out and you are hugging people, and you are the reason that the people joined this group in the first place. They didn't know what I was going to give. They didn't know what TL was going to give. They came because of you, because we love you. You have always been our Queen of Hearts in New Sarity, and you are definitely our Queen of Hearts in RX now too. So don't sell yourself short.
Oh, stop. I just got makeup put on. Thank you. So here's what I want to do for some tips. So just because you add people to a group doesn't mean they're going to be looked after. You still have to work the group. So at the top of the page, in the group, I did give you some tips of how to find things easily, so you don't have to scroll down the whole feed, because as the group grows, there's going to be a lot of information. Every Wednesday, we're going to start having people comment on how much weight they've lost, because it started on a Wednesday. Doesn't matter when they join, they can still post and be part of it. We're going to allow people to start posting before and after pictures when they so choose to. It's not part of it. Frances, yes, she does talk about the drops. She doesn't avoid talking about the drops. We say it's not a you don't have to purchase them, but they're there to speed up your weight loss. In the groups, when you see a video that you've got people in the group and you want them to see, and maybe it's not coming up on their feed, you need to tag them in the comments. Tag your customers. Make sure they're seeing it. Once you know they've seen it, Shannon said she's going to sell them for you on the powder, the protein powders. So you need to follow up with them and say, hey, did you get to watch Shannon's thing? Oh my God, I've been using the powder. I love it. If it's something you want to get, let me know, because I can give it to you at my cost. And we can teach them those two ways, which is dropping through your X office or getting them a 2X customer on an auto ship so they're getting the same price, okay? And then thirdly, encourage your customers to speak in the groups, to become part of the groups, not just to be a voyeur and watch everything going on, to become involved and ask questions and make sure they're getting the value they want from the group, because this isn't a distributor group. This is to create customers and business for you. So work the group for what it's meant to be worked for, right? Anything you want to add to that, TL and Shannon?
Well, that sounds like a bandwagon I want to jump on. And here's the thing about bandwagons. The more people do something, which is participate, the more people will also want to jump on the bandwagon. And that, I think, is in a nutshell what you're trying to explain to us on like how to create a lot of momentum inside this group, is that if we become more participating and helping tag and keeping track of our customers, and even new reps or anybody who doesn't really understand it, just try and follow somebody's lead, like follow Tish's lead. Or if you don't quite understand it, there is things that we can absolutely just be part of the bandwagon. So when you see a feed come through and you haven't commented yet, share your comment, because it builds more trust and a lot more excitement inside of the group.
Sorry, I'm trying to respond here, and I responded to Francis with a response to Shannon. Shannon Elmsley. What is the cost of 2X for customers? It's $32.95 Canadian, just so you know. Sorry, Francis, I sent that to you privately. I'll have to go up and see what you sent me privately. Anyway, so TL. In this group, we are definitely going to be having some incentives. We're going to be having some, and we'll roll them out as we go as well. And I think we also need to be rewarding people who hit certain goal marks. And so some people want to lose 10 pounds, and sometimes those 10 pounds are the hardest pounds to lose, especially if it's the end of your weight loss. And some people want to lose 20, 30, 40 some pounds, right? And so keep an eye on that page, because we're going to have some different things for people depending on where they're at in their journey, so that they get recognized and we can celebrate their successes, because I think it's really important. People need to be celebrated, because when we know people are cheering us on, they're watching our journey, we're more apt to stick to it, and we're more apt to be proud of ourselves and keep that. And so we'll be rolling some of that out. Shannon is going to be putting, are you going to be putting up the new lists on this weekend for the shopping and food prep and stuff?
Yeah, because we started on Wednesday, Tish, I wasn't sure if you wanted me to do them. I thought I would post them everything Sunday night.
Perfect.
And then people could go out Monday and they could buy their groceries and everything else, and then they could start the week again, right, to keep going. So yeah, I'll do 7 more days. And there's also a tracker on there. If people don't want to eat what I've had, I've also put a tracker on there where they can create their own meal plan, and from there they put their groceries on there, and then they'll know what to get. So it's very, very basic and very, very easy. So, but I will for sure.
Awesome. So we're going to talk a little bit about food prep this week, because I know my biggest failure has been lack of food prep. And then when I do food prep, I have an awesome, stellar week. And so even when I'm working from home, I think, well, I don't need to food prep. I'm here all the time. I don't need to have things ready. But the mindset is, when I go to the fridge, if something's not ready, I'm going to grab whatever when I'm hungry, because I usually wait till the last minute and I'm like, I got the growlies and I need whatever I can get my hands on. So I think food prep is going to be super key to teach people that even if you're at home, or even if you think, you know, you make something fresh at the time, so much goes into the planning and the success of how you're going to eat if you've thought it out ahead. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. Any last things you want to add here, TL and Shannon?
I have one quick thing. So that was great, Tish. Meal prep, exactly. If you don't do your meal prep, you're going to just grab anything. The other thing I'm going to suggest, and people are going to think I'm crazy, but it works. You need to go into your pantry, you need to go into your fridge, and you need to throw all your processed crap away. Get rid of it, out the door. Because if it isn't there, you're not going to eat it, and you will make healthy choices. So throw it away. I threw all my canned stuff away a long time ago. I haven't bought canned soup. I haven't bought any of that stuff for months, and I don't miss it. So go in your pantry, clean it out, clean out your fridge, take a picture of it, post it in this group to show us that you did it, or wherever Tish wants you to post it. I don't know. Maybe you don't want to post it here. But you know what? Once it's not in your fridge and not in your cupboard, you ain't going to eat it, and you're not going to go buy it because you're here, and that too helps a lot. So clean it out. Let's get rid of it. Let's start a new year. And yeah, that's all I had to add to that, Tish.
That's awesome. I know water's been a struggle for me too. And so what I do in the morning is I have a jug of 10 cups of water, and I just pour it into my filtration all day. So I know when the jug is gone that I've got my water in. And I know 10 probably isn't enough, but 10 for me, I mean, I can drink 10 glasses of wine, no problem, but 10 glasses of water, it's like a struggle. I don't know what's wrong with me for that, but if I'm not measuring those kinds of things too, I'm not getting them in. So if you have trouble with that, make sure you're keeping track, measure somehow. TL, I knew you were looking to unmute. Go ahead.
It absolutely makes a big difference, and that's part of that whole thing of setting your mentally, not only just mentally rehearsing, but setting your environment up for success too. So cleaning out, decluttering, and making sure you've got no reason to cheat. I mean, there are things that you can do that are better, bad choices, but if you have all that junk hanging around, it's more than likely going to sabotage you, because sometimes they have these little voices and they call out to you in the middle of the night or at your weakest moment and say, eat me. You know, you're going to sabotage yourself. So just get rid of all of that as part of, you know, getting ready to take decisions in the now. So now you know this minute that you're going to stay on track, and this minute counts because that decision cancels out maybe 5,000 calories. You know, at the end of the week, if you're continually picking away at chocolate and nuts or processed food or candy bars or granola bars that you know are full of sugar, that's going to sabotage you. So allow yourself a clean environment and take responsibility for the small decisions that affect your weekly results. Here's what I know for sure. You cannot bank your fitness, and you can bank your calories. So banking your fitness, can't do that. You have to do a little bit every day, and it's kind of compounding, just like saving a little bit of money every day. So you do your abs every day, you draw in your seatbelt abs, you sit up, you do your posture exercises, and then not banking your calories, because those calories as we grow older are harder, and once you hit your 40s or even late 30s, for ladies, it's tough. I'm going to tell you right now, it's tough. So take the advice of our guru, clean out your drawers, get rid of all that stuff in your cupboard so that you can stay on track, because this is going to be your year. I want you to have this as your year. 2019 is we're going to take it to the next level. And so do that. Start now, today. And if you don't want to throw out your canned stuff, go give it to the food bank. They're always looking for really great food and for people to have more. And do what you can from where you are with what you have. Such a great mantra. If you're feeling stuck, I want you to write this down. Do what you can from where you are with what you have. And make this part of your mantra this week, because a lot of people possibly are already getting into the mindset or overwhelmed of like, oh, I'll never get all this done this year, or that was too big of a hairy, bodacious goal. I'm never going to lose the 50 pounds. So there's a lot of sabotage and reprogramming that we have to do inside our minds. And I want you to break it down that you can make a decision from one moment to the next to take care of yourself, because you're worth it. You're absolutely worth it. And if you don't take care of you, who's gonna? So you need to own that. And then we have all the abundance and resources right now here at our fingertips that we can take it to the next level. So this is really important, and part of the Saturday trainings has been paramount for a lot of us to like get back into the routine. These are routines that serve us, serve our mental, our spiritual, and our community. We build on each other, and we want you to plug in and stay really connected. Get on this bandwagon, because it's going to be fun, babies. It's going to be fun. So I wanted to just do one more thing. We still have a few more tickets for Dr. Ginger. And this bandwagon is going to be such a great party. We are definitely going to like blow it up on Saturday night. We've got plans to go out that night with Dr. Ginger, go two-stepping. So if you need a get connected with Janet Pritchard, and she can get you your ticket or get the Eventbrite information to you. But there's only a few left. And I would love this bandwagon slammed, sold out by the end of the Jelly Belly transformation in January. So if you haven't got it, or if you know that you should be there, or you're making it your plan for the next couple of weeks out, plan on doing March 23rd in Calgary, with all kinds of really great information from Dr. Ginger and Aaron Decker. But then who doesn't want to be a part of this group, right? We all know how much fun we have when we get together. So do not miss this event. Tish, thank you so much for this great Saturday. I absolutely adore you. Thank you, Shannon, for sharing all of your wealth, knowledge, and your excitement to like be healthier and eat cleaner.
I love it, and I love both of you, and I appreciate every single one of you that hopped on this call this morning. I am going to go and make a yummy lemon raspberry muffin that's a protein muffin. I'll take a picture and I'll post it. That's what my breakfast is going to be, and I'll put the recipe, and that's what someone, if they're looking for a little sweeter snack, it's a healthy sweeter snack. And that's what we need to do, is start posting some of the things that we're loving to eat as well, because it gives people an idea. Maybe you tweak the recipe a little. I know some people are talking about taking salt out of things and adding salt and doing different things, because those are things people need to know. People need exact tips on what you're doing. Pure Nourish pancakes, I haven't tried those yet, but I got to try those. They need to know exactly what you're eating and what you're doing that you love, because chances are if you're loving it, they're going to taste it and they're going to love it too. So you've got to share with what you guys are eating. So I love you. TL, safe travels home today. Shannon, thank you so much for all the effort you're putting in for everybody across the board in the new RX team and Jelly Belly. And we will see you all back here next Saturday. Take care.
Thanks, Tish.